Let me start over. I threw away the cake I made for her with my own hands and stopped being a full-time husband for Camila. When she found out, she yelled at me, but I turned a deaf ear. She publicly confessed to me at school, but I didn't even glance at her. Later, Camila asked me to go to the same university as her, saying it was out of pity for me. I ignored her and chose to study abroad for further education. In my past life, she was my entire world, but I was never in hers. In this life, we owe each other nothing. I am just myself. When I returned to my home country, she saw me as a receptionist and hugged me tightly. Lucas, don't leave me again. Today is Camila's birthday, and I prepared a cake I made with my own hands to give to her. Just that simp. Camila is just playing with him. Around the corner of the corridor, I heard someone speaking. Lucas is so good to you. Why don't you marry him? What about our monitor, Sebastian? In my opinion, Lucas follows her around like a dog. Let's just keep him on a string and dump him later. It won't matter, right, Camila? Camila didn't say a word, but her silvery laughter sounded extremely harsh. I turned around and threw the cake into the trash can. Just then, Mr. Maxwell stepped out of the office and caught sight of me. Mr. Maxwell, I stammered, avoiding his gaze. I used to be Mr. Maxwell's most promising student, but because I trailed after Camila all day, giving up countless opportunities, he gradually lost faith in me. Running into him now, I felt a pang of guilt. I remembered that at this exact time in my past life, Camila had stolen my idea to enter a competition. Maybe this was a chance to mend things with Mr. Maxwell. What's wrong? Is there something you need? Mr. Maxwell asked in a flat tone. Isn't there a startup competition coming up? I want to join, I probed cautiously. Aren't you too busy following your little girlfriend around? Mr. Maxwell thought I was joking. After all, in my past life, I tried to take a leave of absence to be a full-time husband for my fiancée, Camila, leaving teachers helpless. I neglected my studies and became a laughingstock worldwide. In the end, Camila didn't marry me. She wed the rich kid, Sebastian. I ended up destitute, diplomaless, jobless, and died on a cold winter day. Thankfully, fate gave me a second chance to return to high school when everything could still be changed. I knew the first prize in this competition was a guaranteed admission to Yulong University, which had incredible prospects. Graduates basically entered Yulong Group. In my past life, Camila used my idea to get special admission there. Yulong University, with its top resources, was every student's dream school. But it didn't admit through regular exams, only via this annual startup competition. This time, I had to win. Yes, teacher, I previously failed to live up to your cultivation. I've seen the light now and hope you can give me another chance. I bowed deeply at a 90 angle, and Mr. Maxwell broke into a smile. Great, you're a talented student. As long as you work hard, all of us teachers will support you from behind. He excitedly patted my shoulder. Lucas, what are you doing? Come over here. We're going out to celebrate Camila's birthday. Hurry up and get the money. The group around Camila spoke arrogantly. She had always acquiesced to her friends, treating me like a servant in public. I don't have any money left, I replied flatly. Mr. Maxwell sighed and left, but slipped me a competition application list. Now I only wanted to prepare for the competition facing Camila. My feelings were complicated. In my past life, I truly loved her. She was the school's acknowledged beauty queen, a goddess in everyone's heart. She was kind to everyone except me. No money. Then go work. Didn't you say you'd drop out for Camila? Camila kept her head down, letting her friends berate me. I walked straight off, my attention fixed on the application form. An empty soda can hit the back of my head. Don't be ungrateful, it's Camila's birthday today. Don't you have a gift? Weren't you supposed to make her a cake and treat us to dinner? They were truly obnoxious. Lucas, are you still mad about this morning? Sebastian and I just happened to walk to school together. Don't misunderstand. Camila's voice was hoarse. Every time she used that crying tone, I'd once lovingly comfort her, but this time, I stayed silent. A pair of cold hands grabbed my right arm. Her pitiful expression made many passing students point at me, especially when she shed a few tears. In my past life, I had been completely controlled by her, but the water stains on my clothes and the pain from the kin reminded me how she drained me and discarded me. Come on, Lucas, Camila explained. Don't be so petty. Her friends all defended her as if I'd really done something wrong. I quickened my pace back to class, eager to start studying. As for Camila, I just wanted to put her out of my mind and stop wasting time on her. Graduation was near, and I needed to hurry and gain experience. This life, I wouldn't make the same mistakes. The theoretical knowledge before me was truly tricky. In my past life, I'd fallen far behind from only focusing on Camila. In the dorm, my phone wouldn't stop ringing. Seeing Camila's name, I hung up and turned it off. Soon after, someone knocked on the door. Will you stop being so difficult? I was irritated. Camila used to barge into the boys' dormitory, and I'd often taken the blame for bringing her in, getting punished by the dorm supervisor to clean the halls. It's me, Lucas. Gabriel looked awkward. He lived in the next dorm. We'd once been the school's most famous rivals. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. What's up so late? Come in. I stepped aside. Mr. Maxwell said you're signing up for the startup competition. I know your abilities, and I want to enter too. Would you be interested in teaming up with me? Gabriel pushed up his glasses, looking at me earnestly. But I'm so far behind. Aren't you worried I'll hold you back? I was disheartened. If I'd kept studying, I'd have the confidence too. I built something amazing with Gabriel, but now I felt insufficient. I can tutor you, honestly. Lucas, I've always seen you as my best rival. Giving up your studies was the stupidest thing you ever did, but I heard you've turned things around. I'm really happy for you. His eyes shone with excitement and tears. I felt both guilty and moved. We'd competed in so many contests together, yet I'd thrown it all away for someone as unworthy as Camila. Then let's work hard. I'll definitely try my best. I shook Gabriel's hand, feeling our resolve unite. Suddenly, the dorm window shattered, and a stone flew in. Camila shouted from downstairs. Lucas, why are you treating me like this? Do you not cherish me now that you have me? She wept dramatically, and as people passed by and whispered, someone tried to help her, but she collapsed to the ground on purpose. Lucas, come down, your girlfriend fainted. Gabriel saw my dilemma. Avoiding her isn't the solution. I'll go down with you. I forced myself downstairs. Lucas, why didn't you answer my calls? Do you like someone else now? Camila looked up at me with red eyes and a pitiful whimper. If I hadn't been reborn, I'd have been fooled by her act again. I want to focus on my studies. Camila, if you support me, let's work hard together. If you still want to live aimlessly, like before, we have to break up. I squatted to help her up, but she pushed me away. What do you mean by aimlessly? You said you'd take care of me forever. What are you trying to say now? We're about to graduate. Studying hard, gaining experience, and finding a good job. That's how I can achieve financial independence. Working odd jobs to support you isn't the best choice. My resolve hardened when we weren't face to face, but seeing her like this, I couldn't help but feel a twinge of softness. If she could repent, I was willing to give her a chance. What jobs? What studies? These are just excuses for your stinginess. There are plenty of people chasing me. I don't need you. Hearing Camila say this, my heart ached as if it were being twisted, and the last bit of affection I had for her vanished without a trace. Then let's break up. We're not suitable for each other. I wore a blank expression, my heart throbbing with pain. Gabriel, following behind me, tugged at my arm, but I didn't look back. Fine, break up then. Camila shouted at me, Gabriel, and I went to a barbecue stall. I got dead drunk, and Gabriel snatched the wine bottle from me. Alright, I know you're sad, but there's a limit to everything. You don't understand at all. I've lost her twice. Didn't I treat her well? I just can't figure it out. What do you mean by lost her twice? It doesn't matter anymore. Breaking up is probably for the best. She never loved me anyway. She likes that Sebastian, so let her be. I mumbled and fell asleep. Later, Gabriel contacted my roommate, who happened to be back from the library, and helped carry me to the dorm. Clang, clang, clang. I was woken up by the window repairman. It was already noon, and my roommates were gone, probably studying. In the library, my head ached terribly. When I turned over, I saw a glass of milk and a note. 2 p.m., meet me at the lab. Gabriel. I sprang out of bed, washed up, grabbed a quick bite, and hurried to the lab. You're here. Check out my sandbox simulation. Gabriel swiveled his computer screen. The simulated company had already made a substantial profit. That's amazing. Should we invest in advertising next? I immediately got into the zone. That makes sense, but we need to liquidate the inventory and warehouse first. Before we knew it, it was evening. It's 7 o'clock, let's go eat. The simulator will take a while to generate the next results. I nodded and organized the materials. A shadow flashed outside the lab. I thought it was a hallucination from yesterday's hangover. In the cafeteria. I had a bowl of wontons with vinegar, chili, no cilantro. Same for me. A clear female voice sounded beside me. It was Daphne. What a coincidence. What are you doing at our school? I was overjoyed. Daphne studied at the neighboring school. We'd studied together since childhood, but I'd lost touch with her after getting together with Camila in my past life. Who's this? Gabriel walked over with a tray of food. This is Daphne, my childhood friend. Gabriel, my next-door dorm mate. Let's find a table. Just then, our wontons arrived, and we found an empty seat. So, Daphne knows sandbox simulation too. I knew what Gabriel was getting at. Want to join our team? With you, we're sure to place. Well, sure, but won't your girlfriend mind? Last time I came to discuss a project, she said you had to stay with her and didn't have time. You came to see me. I was confused. Yeah, last week Camila said you were dropping out. I couldn't understand why you'd give up your studies, and when I messaged you, you blocked me. I took out my phone. Sure enough, Daphne's name was on the blacklist. No doubt Camila's doing. I'm so sorry. It's all a misunderstanding. We've broken up, so don't worry about her. Ugh, what a headache. Sebastian walked past with Camila on his arm. Lucas is really charming. He dumps Camila and hooks up with Daphne from the neighboring school right away. Impressive. I didn't even bat an eye at Sebastian's snide remark. When did a dog get into the cafeteria? Did you hear that? Daphne, Gabriel, and the two of them burst out laughing. Lucas, I'm with Sebastian now. You don't need to pretend to date Daphne to make me jealous. Camila spoke softly as if telling the truth. Haha, since when did you become a writer? So good at making up stories. Looking at Camila, I finally saw her clearly for who she was. Embarrassed by my mockery, Camila clenched Sebastian's sleeve tightly. You can only talk big. Let me tell you, my dad sponsored this week's startup competition. Heard you're joining, guess what I'll do? Sebastian grinned arrogantly, wrapping an arm around Camila as they left. Our hearts sank. We knew Sebastian's dad had invested in many school projects. This might really be hopeless, Gabriel said, pushing his rice around with chopsticks, losing his appetite. Has a dad? Is this just a rich kid contest? Daphne took out her phone. Dad, doesn't Levy Group have a partnership with us? I heard their company has major financial loopholes. They're unreliable. Please reconsider the collaboration. Gabriel, and I stared at her in astonishment. You have connections. I looked at Daphne. How did you know about their financial issues? I guessed his dad often invests in schools, but from what I know, your school doesn't host many events. Plus, event funds usually come from registration fees. If Sebastian's dad is controlling the competition, he must have spent a lot to rig it. Gabriel and I gave her thumbs up. The three of us formed a team. With the competition looming, we spent all our free time in the lab. And the sandbox simulation algorithm was nearly complete. After an all-nighter, we just needed to wait for the data to process. Daphne was face down on the table, and Gabriel was lying on the floor. I gently got up, covered them with blankets, and stepped out of the lab. The morning breeze was cool and refreshing, instantly lifting my spirits. The competition day arrived. Camila and Sebastian joined too, flaunting a "We Will Win" banner and announcing loudly that if they won, they would treat everyone to dinner. Lucas, you might as well forfeit. I'll still let you join the dinner. Sebastian looked down at me from the stairs condescendingly. Why is someone dreaming in broad daylight? I looked at him like he was an idiot. After taking our seats, the host passionately introduced the rules and winning criteria. I felt a gaze on me. It was Camila, smiling at me strangely. Next, the team led by Sebastian, with member Camila. Let's welcome their outstanding project. To the beat of stirring music, Camila dropped her gaze, looped her arm through Sebastian's, and the two swaggered to the center of the stage. Our team focuses on sandbox simulation experiments, modeling the next decade of development for you. Group's most high-profile projects. Sebastian spoke with poise and confidence. But Gabriel couldn't sit still. They plagiarized. This is exactly our team's idea. I was equally stunned. How had they pulled this off? Daphne frowned. Unless someone stole our CD and made a copy. What do we do? They're presenting before us. Are we just supposed to give up? Gabriel hung his head, his knuckles white from clenching his fists. There must be flaws in their presentation, I said, forcing myself to stay calm. Remember, this is our research. No one knows it better than we do. It's our blood and sweat. Soon, to thunderous applause, Sebastian and Camila finished their presentation. Not bad. The son of Levi Group CEO is truly exceptional. The school principal turned to praise Levi, Sebastian's father. In the guest section, he's just been tinkering around. What does Yulong Group CEO Ethan think? Ethan, seated in the middle of the judges' panel, looked impressed. The boy has great ideas, but some parts of the project were vague. I'll need to discuss it with him in detail later. Hearing this, Levi knew victory was in the bag and told his butler to prepare a banquet and open champagne at halftime. After several more teams, it was finally our turn, the last group to present. Gabriel and Daphne looked pale, likely from nerves. Don't worry, leave it to me. I took Gabriel's place at the podium, as planned, before the emergency. Hello everyone, our team's research is a sandbox simulation experiment. Hey, isn't this the same as Sebastian's team? Murmurs rippled through the audience. Ethan looked confused. Excuse me, student, is your research identical to Sebastian's team? Yes, I said, my voice ringing clear. The room erupted in shock. However, I contend that Sebastian plagiarized our idea. Careful with your accusations. Ethan's expression turned grave. I'll detail this concept for you. As for Sebastian, all I can say is that you stole our work, but you can't steal our integrity. Sebastian mentioned plans A and B, which are the comparison results from our team. He claimed both could boost Yulong Group's revenue, but our show, these are negative examples. Neither is suitable for Yulong. Ethan nodded. He'd felt something was off about those plans during Sebastian's presentation, and the vague explanation had made the concept seem incomplete. You're lying, you copied us. Sebastian shouted from the audience. Of course I didn't, because I have the optimal plan. I took out a USB drive and plugged it into the host computer. A string of code appeared on the screen. This is Plan C, which we didn't include in the main presentation. The code keeps indicating that investing in this plot of land will generate continuous revenue for Yulong Group with no sign of slowing down. Ethan's eyes lit up. How did you know we've been considering that land too? We conducted on-site inspections, collected massive data, and settled on this location. Ethan was thrilled, his gaze fixed on the screen's metrics. Sebastian is so shameless, plagiarizing in such an important competition, right? I thought Camila was with Lucas. When did she hook up with Sebastian? They broke up ages ago. The audience erupted into chaos. When the competition ended, our team was unanimously awarded first place. Lucas, you're incredible. Gabriel slung an arm over my shoulder. You actually presented unprocessed data. I scratched my head. To be honest, I didn't know the plan was still generating profits until I plugged in the USB. Total luck. Let's celebrate tonight. Daphne waved her phone, showing the restaurant she'd booked. Whoa, the school forum is blowing up about you and Camila. Gabriel showed me his phone. Headlines like Camila's boyfriend Lucas and Camila's new boyfriend. Sebastian scrolled endlessly. Lucas, can we talk? Camila approached just as we were engrossed. What do you want? My smile vanished instantly, and I eyed her wearily. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I just wanted to make you back down and come to me. I copied your CD when you went to dinner that day. Why won't you even look at me now? Aren't you jealous that I'm with Sebastian? Camila's tears fell freely. Tearing her usual Ice Queen facade, Camila said, you don't need to do this. We're broken up. I just want to study. I support your studies. You can apply to the same university as me. Let's both apply to Stanford. Okay, you can take care of me like before. Let's be friends. Please, Camila almost begged. Do as you wish. I turned away, motioning for Gabriel and Daphne to follow. I ignored Camila, who sobbed uncontrollably, collapsing to the ground and calling my name. Lucas, we have a childhood engagement. You have to marry me. Camila, let's go. Don't catch a cold. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Sebastian wrap her in his arms, and she didn't resist. That was Camila, openly soaking up all forms of affection and benefits, only devaluing what was offered to eagerly. Days later, Daphne called Gabriel and me to a cafe for a meeting, promising big news. All right, gorgeous. Put us out of our misery, spill it. Gabriel's curiosity was piqued first. My dad said we can join Yulong Group after graduation. The headquarters are abroad, so we'll need to start our careers there. Is that okay with you? Gabriel and I jumped for joy. That's amazing. Second, Sebastian's dad's company is in deep trouble. My dad uncovered their financial fraud. It's karma for stealing our idea. Serves them right. I wanted to strangle him. Gabriel snarled viciously, stirring his latte. Still, we need to prepare for the college entrance exam. Yulong will assign our professional courses based on our scores, so we can't slack off. Fair enough, I'm in. We can study together and help each other. One day, the three of us will develop even cooler algorithms to help more people. As the sun set, we chatted endlessly, our futures bright with promise. Time flew, and we had just a month left before the college entrance exam. In that time, Camila often waited for me downstairs, with armfuls of snacks. I accepted them all. No need to refuse freebies. Sebastian had changed a lot. He picked Camila up on time and walked her to the dorm without complaint. Don't think Camila will be with you. We're getting engaged soon. Best wishes for a long and happy marriage, I said, biting into a pear Camila had brought. My throat was sore, and the juice was incredibly refreshing. I advise you to give up that childhood engagement. It means nothing. Stay away from us, Sebastian whispered in my ear. As Camila watched me from his car, Sebastian, I grabbed his hand gratefully. I forgot until you mentioned it. Don't worry, I'll talk to her parents this week and call off the engagement. We're not suited for each other. Sebastian's eyes lit up. Seriously? Absolutely. You two are perfect together. Camila and I are just friends. Don't overthink it. He looked skeptical. You'd better keep your word. Watching them leave, I finally considered the engagement. I needed to clarify things with Camila's family. After studying with Gabriel over the weekend, I booked a train ticket home. When my parents opened the door, I fell to my knees, overwhelmed. By the reunion, the feeling of a broken heart mending. Mom, Dad, this is the keepsake. For my engagement to Camila, can you take me to talk to Ethan's family? I'm not the right person for Camila, and I hope to cancel the engagement. My parents knew my stubbornness and agreed to visit the next day. Lucas, what are you doing? Camila's father was flustered to see me kneeling at the door, requesting to end the engagement. I explained that Camila and I each had different goals and begged the elders to let us go our separate ways. Her family had no choice but to agree once they saw my resolve. Come study abroad with me after college, Mom and Dad, I said, as we walked down a path, breathing the fresh air. I silently wished our family could stay happy forever. Here, Lucas, Camila smiled, handing me a lunchbox. I glanced at Sebastian. In the car, his face was livid. How are you preparing for the exams? I asked between bites. Her eyes lit up the moment I spoke. I'm studying hard to go to Stanford with you. I study every day. In my past life, Camila had lied about going to Stanford and stolen my idea. The lunch suddenly tasted bitter. Staring at her blushing face, I wondered when she'd started pretending to love me again. But I knew her sincere affection meant nothing to her, and Sebastian was slowly becoming the me from before. What's wrong, Lucas? Is the food bad? She frowned. No, since you're with Sebastian, don't come find me anymore. We're just friends. You'll still marry me, right? We have a childhood engagement, she whispered in my ear. So they hadn't told her I'd called it off. I decided to let them believe what they wanted. Sebastian got out of the car. Camila, it's getting dark. Let's go. He put an arm around her, draping a coat over her shoulders. She leaned into him, laughing at something he said. I knew she'd fallen for him again. It was no wonder she'd liked Sebastian in her past life. His wealth and gentleness were hard to resist. The intense college entrance exams ended quickly. While waiting for the results, we had different plans. Daphne visited the headquarters of Yulong in Country M and sent us photos. Gabriel went to Country M to broaden his horizons. Do you have a crush on Daphne? I teased him on the phone. Honestly, do you think I have a chance? Go for it, man. He later hung up, claiming jet lag. When scores came out, I saw mine were 20 points above Stanford's cutoff, definitely a sure thing. When filling out applications, Camila bounced over with her form. I did great, Lucas. You exceeded expectations. 2. I'm so happy we'll be together. I'd already submitted an early application to Yulong University. Sebastian, standing behind me, relaxed when he saw my choice and blocked Camila's view. The three of us can go to Stanford together. How nice. He forced a smile, patting Camila's head. She stopped prying at my form, reassured. In the following days, Sebastian and I tacitly pretended to be friends. As I packed at home, Camila, unaware I was leaving, visited daily. My parents kept her away, saying I wasn't home. Lucas, I know you're inside. When the acceptance letters come, we can go to school together. She shouted outside, fantasizing about campus life. It all sounded beautiful, but in this life, I didn't love her. Our bond had been severed the moment she stole our project. On the first day of college, I told no one. My parents saw me to the gate, urging me to take care. I joined study groups, succeeded in experiment after experiment, and traveled with my parents during breaks. Camila keeps asking about you. Your father and I want to move house to end her obsession. Mom called to discuss. I'd once ignored them for Camila, so their caution was understandable. Great idea. There's a rental near my school. Move here, and we can be together every day for college. Years flew by. Daphne and Gabriel studied abroad through family connections, while I embraced my youth, free from Camila. Standing in headquarters in Country M, I finally felt reborn, surrounded by futuristic decor, top-tier equipment, and groundbreaking inventions. I'd reclaimed what was mine, learning my parents were with me. The company applied for family accommodation. Grateful, I dove into work. Daphne and Gabriel arrived a week later, holding hands. I knew Gabriel had won her heart. What's this about? I teased. Daphne blushed. We're getting engaged next month. Wow, that's fast. I'd expected anything but this speed. You should find a girlfriend too. Don't just focus on work. Gabriel clapped my shoulder. Later, we were assigned to different departments. Mine required relocating to a branch for research. After asking them to look after my parents, I boarded another plane. As the plane descended, the sensation of weightlessness forced me to open my eyes. Above the city at night, all was quiet and peaceful, the rumble of the aircraft ringing in my ears. Welcome to fly with us again. Have a pleasant journey. I carried my luggage and found the Yulong Group reception sign in the crowd. Manager Lucas. I exchanged work matters with James, the branch director, completing the handover. A gentle, questioning female voice made me turn around. It is you, Lucas. She threw herself into my arms, knocking me off balance. If not for seeing Sebastian behind her, I wouldn't have believed the woman hugging me was Camila. Hello, long time no see. Glimpsing the wedding ring on Sebastian's ring finger, I subtly pushed Camila away. I've been looking for you all these years. Where on earth did you go? I missed you so much. Don't leave me again, please. Camila's words embarrassed Sebastian, not knowing we were acquainted. James introduced us warmly. Sebastian has a partnership with our company, and Miss Camila came with him to receive Manager Lucas. Let's not stand here. Let's talk back at the office. Busy understanding work matters, I chatted briefly with them before diving into my office to review documents. Sebastian was also detained by the project manager. Camila left. I knocked on my office door shortly after. Lucas I come in. I stayed silent. You've changed, Lucas. My cold tone seemed to startle her. Her mouth trembled like a frightened fawn. I didn't know what had happened over the years, but the past was etched in my mind. Go back. It's late. Your husband must be worried. He's not my husband. I only want to marry you. Lucas, why? Why did you cancel the engagement back then? We weren't suitable. Where weren't we suitable? Our families are both well off, and I'm not badly looking. We're a perfect match. Why did you suddenly change and insist on joining that competition? Weren't we supposed to go to the same university? Why did you betray me? Camila wept hoarsely, crouching on the floor with her hair in disarray. My heart remained unmoved as I dialed the phone number for Sebastian I'd saved earlier. He arrived soon after. Camila, why are you sitting on the floor? Get up, you're not well. Helping her up, Sebastian gave me a complex look before leading her away. The days that followed were frantic. There was a huge discrepancy between the branch's finances, and our funds and personnel allocation were extremely unreasonable. I ran between departments every day, feeling drained. Camila begged Sebastian to bring her to our company under the pretense of work, so I often received warm milk from her after lunch. One night, working late, I returned to my office. The milk on the table was already cold. Every day I dumped the milk and left the bottle by the trash. Too exhausted that day, I tossed the milk and bottle together without thinking, then packed to return to my dorm. Camila burst through the door. Why didn't you drink the milk today? She startled me. I looked behind her. No one was there. Why? Are you here so late? Where's Sebastian? I took out my phone to call him again, but Camila snatched it and smashed it to the floor. Why won't you drink the milk I bring? Are you afraid it's poisoned? She raised the milk and took a huge gulp. Sebastian appeared in my office in an instant, almost charging in to snatch the milk from her. You can't drink that, but Camila had already swallowed the mouthful. Sebastian knelt on the ground, suddenly looking up at me with a vicious glare. He rushed over and choked my neck. Why didn't you drink it? You should be the one to die. I was confused until Camila collapsed to the floor, groaning in pain. Only then did I piece things together. She twitched for a moment before falling still. Sebastian's grip grew tighter, cutting off my oxygen. I felt consciousness slipping away. In the chaos, I hit the alarm button by my desk. Security arrived quickly to rescue me, and the police soon followed. Sebastian was imprisoned for murder and intentional injury. His wife kept harassing me at work, so he tried to poison me. I told the police from my hospital bed during the statement. Understood, Lucas. Thank you for your cooperation. How is Camila? I finally asked after a long pause. She died on the spot. The milk was laced with a powerful toxin. Hearing the police, a surge of bitterness welled up, and I buried my face in my hands, sobbing uncontrollably. I didn't know why I cried. Maybe from my past love for Camila. For the miserable me in my past life, it no longer mattered. The dust had settled. I recovered and threw myself back into work. Everything was beautiful, and life returned to normal. Later, I took my parents to Daphne and Gabriel's wedding, and soon after, they had a baby boy. I traveled the world, witnessed its grandeur, and rose to vice chairman of the headquarters. My vision and mindset transformed profoundly. Sebastian contacted me once from prison. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'm even sorrier to Camila. Can you promise me something for old time's sake? Please visit Camila every year. She was terrified of being alone. Please keep her company. She liked you so much. She'd be happy if you went. He wept as he spoke. I agreed. Standing before Camila's tombstone, I brought nothing. Sitting down, a small yellow flower swayed beside my foot. I said nothing, letting the wind blow and the sun warm my skin. After a long while, I stood, brushed off my pants, and prepared to leave. Tomorrow would be a new day.